Ladies and gentlemen, have a seat. We're gonna pull back the curtain on some comedy. Sit back, relax, and chat with us. Collab on a piece that will perform once we perfected all the intricacies, line by line. We'll take it one joke at a time. With Michael Copenhaver and Spike McCulley. Oh God, the producer, he's a real OG. Oh yeah, I'm ready for one joke at a time.
What up, everybody? I'm one of your hosts, Spike McCulley.
And as always, co-hosting Michael Copenhaver. Welcome back to One Joke at a Time, everybody. As always, old guy in the back spinning the tracks. Old guy, say hello.
I said hello.
What up, OG? What up?
And that's the limited role he is willing to play. He said, I am too handsome for this show. You guys just take it and go with it from there.
Do what you need. Do what you need.
Now, as you remember, here on One Joke at a Time, what we do is we invite a comedian friend of ours on, and we all kick around a topic for the day, a premise, if you will, to make a joke out of. And then if we get a chance to, we perform that joke live on stage, bring it back the next week, and play it for you live, whether it bombs or whether it kills. You're going to see a lot of bomb jokes because I'm going to be doing a lot of bomb jokes.
Well, part of being a comedian is eating a plate of shit, at least, on a regular basis.
Absolutely right. Speaking of eating a big old plate of shit, let's introduce our guest for this week.
Wait. Time out. I want to be the first to issue a public apology. Not all the opinions that were said on last week's episode are shared by all the members of the cast at One Joke at a Time. Because if anyone out there knows the difference between Batman and Iron Man, Iron Man wins because he just beats up Tony Stark as Bruce Wayne, dickheads. I understand the concept of what you said and how it's easier to be Iron Man with the pocket pussy and the scotch and being able to program in karate. But at the end of the day, when it comes down into a fight, like you guys compared apples to oranges, who's it funner to be? Most certainly Iron Man. But who wins in the fight, hands down, is the man who wins in every fight. Batman. Unless, Iron Man's mom was named Martha. That's all I've got to say. We're sorry.
The premise wasn't who wins in a fight.
But that's where it went.
Who would it be better?
When you guys start talking about the rockets and the suit, and I'm just saying, Batman doesn't do that because first off, Batman's a pretentious prick, y'all.
Batman's got big dick energy. He doesn't compare it.
Yeah, but he's got a backup plan for everybody. Like the second that Tony Stark's like, I'm Iron Man, and he was a threat.
Just
Batman
like I called it last week, ladies and gentlemen. Every Batman nut out there. Well, it's all about the preparation, man. Batman's the ultimate prepper.
That's right, big dick energy. So we're sorry. We're sorry.
Speak for yourself, Batman's putz.
Hey, OG, what's this week's premise? Let's build a goddamn joke, and then we'll bring in our guest. What's this week's premise?
Darwinism. I think we got a banner for that. There it is.
Darwinism.
There it is.
That's right, people. Survival of the fittest this week. And we're going to be building this joke with this premise with Mr. Brandon Scott. Can we bring in Brandon? There he is.
See, I wanted to use the segue. Speaking of eating a big plate of shit, here's this week's guest, Brandon Scott.
Brandon Scott.
Someone very comfortable eating a big plate of shit.
Right.
That's mostly what I've done on stage so far as a comedian.
So what happened last night? I heard you had a few good jokes, but you were super fidgety and couldn't shut the fuck up for 5 minutes.
I didn't know we were supposed to shut up and act like it. But I don't know. I didn't.
He's like,
the part in the beginning as your host when I said,
know.
"Hey, don't heckle the fucking performers." You didn't catch that part.
No,
I wasn't trying to heckle. I was trying to build or say something that maybe
he was trying to shit on someone else's art craft. He's like, I'm better than you at this. Let me ad-lib it in the middle of your set, dickhead.
He's like, no, I was trying to help them in the moment, part of the show,
All right.
Something every comedian totally loves.
Right.
Please shout shit at us on stage. We'd love that.
So Darwinism.
you want to shout anything at me that I can bounce off of while I'm on stage, I'm fucking all for it because I'm not a pussy. But
You suck. You look like shit. Your jokes are shit.
I know.
What the fuck?
I'm still willing to talk back to anybody that yells at me out of a crowd.
What the fuck is wrong with you, man?
While being dressed like a homeless professor. I will talk mad shit to you dressed like a hipster that will blow you in the parking lot for gas money home. The fucking homeless professor, people. God. We've got to get this train wreck back on tracks. This week's premise is Darwinism. Let's start off with a hot take. Mike, do you want to start off or do you want me to lead?
It's your premise. I'll let you lead. Take the wheel, buddy.
I think Darwinism has been out of effect for a minute now, right? And all you have to do to find this out is go to work. Because whenever you go to work, everyone's like, my boss is an idiot. My boss is an idiot. Well, if your boss is an idiot, we know he's an idiot. And the guy ahead of him's probably an idiot because he's the one that's empowering this idiot. It's safe to say that goes all the way up to the top, right? So the big guy in charge, he doesn't know how your cell phone works. He just knows that it makes him money. You know what I'm saying? And that's all he cares about at the end of the day. So we empower these morons to do this. And then we sit back and we're like, why does everything suck? Well, you put a bunch of morons in charge. This is why it sucks. That's where I'm starting my premise and working from there.
Okay. I think I'm going to tackle it from a more different view. There's multiple levels to Darwinism. Have you ever heard of social Darwinism?
Yeah.
That's where I think I'm going to go. I think that's where I'm going to go. More like a social Darwinism thing. It's like, in social Darwinism, who's the lowest life form? Probably the Walmart worker.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Nothing says I made all the wrong decisions like a little blue blazer with your name tag on it and that little yellow smiling face on the back.
Street level drug dealer gets way more respect than any Walmart worker. So.
Exactly. Exactly my fucking point.
I think
Exactly. So.
Drug dealer gets more respect than half the jobs out there. So.
Well, yeah, that's why people inspire to do it and go to jail. You know what I mean?
Apparently, it's worth prison.
In that social Darwinism vein, so if that's the lowest life form, who's the highest life form? Who's naturally selected to be the best and most suited to lead? In our society, that has become the entertainer. Right?
Oh, you're not bullshitting.
Ronald Reagan was an actor.
Yes, he was.
He became president of the United States of America.
Yes, he was.
Donald Trump, actor, kind of.
Well, dude, he did all that
Talk show
WWE
host
shit.
kind of a guy. Yes,
Dancer.
that's definitely
Don't forget
acting.
about the dancer.
WWE's definitely acting.
Why do you think he gets up there and he
He's
gets
a
white people
professional
riled up?
clown, kind of. He's got the makeup for it.
Dude, think about is he so good at getting everyone in the Midwest up? Because he traveled around with Vince McMahon doing it. Like, we're about to blow the roof off this son of a bitch. You ready? And everyone's like, fuck yeah, Donald Trump, we're ready.
Yeah. So that's my first blush thought on that premise. I'll probably take it somewhere down a social Darwin walk along those lines, like the highest life form. And why wouldn't entertainers be the highest life form? They're on TV all the time.
Well, they influence you so much with what they say.
Well, why do they influence you so much? They're on TV all the time.
Well, it's like the Joe Rogan thing with this year's election.
I would say stop watching TV because it makes you stupid, but we want you to keep watching.
All the time.
Brandon Scott, what do you got? What's your angle?
OG, you gotta pop in with that, brother.
Okay.
Telemarketers are the lowest life form.
Telemarketers. Oh boy,
that's a good one though.
Yeah.
Downtown,
yeah.
Telemarketing office, and they're the most miserable people. Like the homeless people are way happier than the people that work there.
Well, homeless
people. At least the Walmart workers got the dignity to look you in the eye while their life sucks. The telemarketer has to do it from the safety of a little building.
Right.
Yeah.
Call you during your dinner. Hey, can I bother you for 5 minutes about a blender? Fuck off.
I can't get my family to talk to me during dinner. How about your family? Will you talk to me during dinner, please?
Somebody should have hugged me more or less, whichever way you went.
I don't know how Michael Copenhaver said the diaper man. Is that Michael Copenhaver?
It's probably
That's my
his son. Yeah.
My son, Michael.
That's little Mike. What up with it, little Mike?
Again with the Iron Man, he says.
Brandon, what's your stance? You got to take this? A little walk you would like to take it
What's
down?
your comedic flavor for the premise of Darwinism?
I would definitely taken easy right into myself to be like, I'm not built for survival at all. I don't know how, like,
Brandon's
Sitting
like,
in this room, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
yeah, most men that like at least like eat probably kill me, I feel, and half the women too. But just jokes about like that.
is that weird living in a world where like rapes around every corner?
Like I feel like I've thought this before. I have not prepared for a rape-based society.
The diaper man comment was about Trump, Michael says.
Oh, whatever. Sorry.
Yeah.
I firmly.
I would have worked out more if it was.
What if we build this whole joke? What if we build this whole joke for Brandon and how he's not meant to be in a rape-happy society? I feel like that's the most solid.
I don't know.
I'll bite it off.
When all bets are off, Brandon's pants come off next.
I'm just saying.
I have taken my pants off for money. I just had to take my pants off, and I got
Sure. It's your lie. Tell however you want.
Whatever. I guess I.
So you took your pants off for money. What was the guy's name?
Toby.
What?
Kunta Kinte.
It was at a job, and the guy was like, "Take your underwear off and put it on so and so's computer." And,
What?
And I was like, "That's the easiest $100."
We're sorry. This is not an interview show. We're supposed to be building jokes, but he is so fucking weird
Yeah.
that every time you're around him, it's like a vortex of just
What
this
the fuck?
weird homeless guy that blows dudes for crack. You get sucked in, literally and figuratively.
No.
I mean, at
Well,
those
they
prices, you
clear.
can't afford not to get the blowjob.
He's about to give himself a disclaimer. This is great.
Yes. Disclaimer time. I am not a homeless crackhead.
You definitely have the vibe, though.
I understand the confusion.
There's an
what's
air.
the weird tufts of hair popping out under the hat hold? I mean, you are professionally fucking disheveled.
Yes. He's
that has been my style. I'm going for is post-wedding disheveled. Like, I know I'm not dressed up enough, but that's my favorite style.
chastity
Yes.
belt.
Is when you're dressed to the shit. To the
Marie's story
nines,
says
and then-
chastity
And
belt.
then you got too drunk, and it's all like.
What if we take it from that viewpoint of Darwinism, right? Like survival of the fittest. You have a society like the Spartans, right? Like, and they pull Brandon out, and they're like, "Nope, this one's no good," right off the rip.
But that would have worked out more if that was society.
Right. Well, for people that don't suck so much at life.
Right. Speaking of W. Scott Ween's got us in the hierarchy.
All right.
Telemarketers, then sign spinners, anti-vaxxers after that, followed by Republicans, and then Walmart employees, he says.
Damn.
Damn. Your wife said damn when you said damn. That is fucking amazing. Get
There you
out
go.
of his brain, Ashley.
There you go. Well,
Good stuff, W. Scott. Keep them coming. Keep them coming. Well, what's your slant? How do you go with it? Apart from, man, we really got off track. Just
bad.
man, that
Super
look
bad,
is-
but
that
it's
look
fine.
is
It's
a look.
It is it's an
I could
iconic
I dig the Puma.
with the Nike and the sweater blazer for just the top. I feel like that's acceptable in this climate right now.
I picked this up and off the floor in like 3 seconds, but I feel
Like any toddler would.
I felt like it really.
That is something my
conveyed-
7-year-old son would throw on.
to
go out.
for you guys.
It's like, listen, we're going out to dinner. Go put something decent on. He's like, all right, I'll be right back. And he would come like that.
And he comes in a pink leotard like he's about to sing for fucking an 80s hairband.
We never had a pink
I mean,
leotard in our
Spike
house.
is wearing sweatpants as well. So
Yeah, but there's a difference between me and you. One of us is super fly and handsome, and the other one looks like he's homeless and sucks cock.
One of us is sporty. One of us is not.
40.
He's sporty. He looks like a ready for a rousing bit of sport, eh?
I'll get drunk in a pub and throw a mug at you before I beat your ass.
In a very jaunty way.
In these clothes.
I don't don't think that Canton ever warrants a situation where sweatpants aren't like at least the second, like the best option or equal. Because there's nothing in Canton that you can't do in sweatpants that you'll have a better time in actual pants, because fucking women will fuck you in sweatpants throughout the year.
Bringing this back to fucking Darwinism real quick with what he just said with the whole sweatpants scenario.
Suck pretty bad too.
Do they?
Mall walkers suck pretty bad too.
But what he said about Canton in this, I like how a man, I like how a grown man, that's Darwinism. This is what happens, people, when you keep the weak alive. They become pretentious little fuckers that pick at the fabric of your fucking inner society, just like he does. That's all he does. He sits around in his mousy little beta cuck fucking way. He's like, man, you know what I would have done? I would have done it different than that. And this is smarter and it's greener. This is how I would have done it. Knowing that he has no fucking real background in any of this to have half of the opinions that he has. He's just a pretentious dick. Like, there is no place nice enough in Canton that I shouldn't have to, like, fucking put fucking khakis on for. We have funeral homes here, you fucking asshole. Like, you think you should be showing up to fucking funerals in your sweatpants, you pretentious ass? This is why. Stop. This is why you shouldn't put safeties on your fucking lawnmower. Kids his age, they talk about starting revolutions. He can't even pull the fucking ripcord. That is what happens. This is Darwinism. This is what happens when you take it out. Even at the turn, right? Dude, even at the fucking turn of the century, you had shit like those were hard ass men. Like, they didn't have fucking shit that they tied to their backs and they put on the fucking rails. There's those pictures of them sitting like 300 stories up, building the Empire building, fucking eating their lunch and they're smoking their fucking cigarettes. No fucking strength in sight. You know why?
Zero safety gear.
Right. You know why? You know why? Because dudes like him fell off in the first 45 minutes. He's like, hey, man, where did I sit my fucking... He fucking falls off, and they went, bring in the next one, and you don't fucking worry about it.
Hey, guys, can I sit by... Whoa!
Yeah. Hey, man, I got a ham and cheese. Fuck, Brandon.
Yeah,
You fucking... Fuck.
I don't usually go to funerals with trying to get like a one-up because of my outfit.
So you're
why do you go?
I love where you took that. I love where you took that on like such a dad Trump rant. Like, but
well, someone's
it was all good. I enjoyed it.
Well, now you need to fluff me a little more. You started, but you stumbled a little bit in the middle.
Dad to Trump rant. What the fuck does that even mean?
I think it would.
This is how he works.
If he said all of that,
this is how he works.
In front of people from Massillon who came to a comedy show, they would be totally into that shit.
Because
most people, that's my only experience, sadly. But most people in Northeast Ohio, I think, feel that way and would roll with that for sure.
And dumb people being dead.
Oh yeah, what? I mean, there's levels to everything.
I agree wholeheartedly.
I live by the grace of God somehow, and if I have to turn back and look at what's right behind me, I'm scared.
Dude, you know what he has? He has like the golden homeless aura. You know what I mean? Like if there's homeless guys, like he could walk into a scenario and start explaining shit to him, like you don't have to eat the shit. Eat the shit life coach.
Yeah. Homeless life coach.
Yeah, like he's got like a glow behind him, like
that's
he's like, you're going all wrong about it, bro.
Yeah. Let me teach you something. Let me teach you a thing or two about a thing or two.
Let's get you signed up for some food stamps.
I've got all the homeless life hacks, bro. Follow me for a week, it'll change your homeless life, bro.
You guys comment in. Should we make a sketch with HP being the homeless life coach, where he's giving them another group of homeless guys just skills and little life hacks that he's developed along the way so that, you know, it's not so bad living in the box.
Sporty versus Where's Waldo Spice. Eventually, we're going to evolve tiny T-Rex arms, only useful to hold our phones.
What about this big old dick?
And that is about right.
Like,
how many people do you see sitting just like this?
That ain't no shit.
When that's all the farther you got to reach, you are going to develop little fucking...
Dude.
Oh, wait a minute. That doesn't work. No, because later that night, you're holding the phone in this hand and holding something else in that hand. So
You got to get that stretch.
You're still getting that stretch out. Nice try, Ween, but masturbation wins again.
Yep.
Thanks, evolution.
The angle of the dangle's proportionate to the heat of the meat,
Exactly
and then
right.
you have to stretch your arm and when's the beat. Like it's fucking, it's mathematical, dude. It's equations. It's above you because you're kind of country and southern, Ween. It's okay.
It's mathemusical.
We're really good at our wording here at this show, and we like to talk bro science a lot.
Yes.
No, I love Ween. Ween makes me laugh. That shit about his dog, that's my favorite bit.
Ween's awesome.
Yeah.
Ween is coming on the show. So, folks, if you like Ween's comments in the comment section, wait, we have him in studio. He is a crowd favorite. That guy's fucking hilarious.
Well, while we hash
bullshit about W.
while
Scott
we
Ween,
while we hash over some of this, can we show the clip that you had from this week?
I will allow it. Old guy, do us a favor and chuck up that clip from last week. This is me. Thanks to our pals at Funny Noises Productions, my good friend Chris Kettler, big friend of the show. Give me a few minutes at the Pharmacy in Akron, where he puts on shows every Thursday and Sunday, just so you folks know, in the Akron area. Go on out, support local comedy at the Pharmacy. And I ran the Batman versus Iron Man, like which would it be better bit. I threw as many beats in as I could remember from what we were throwing around. It was a tough one to write out.
I bet it was.
It actually came out to a little over 5 minutes, which I was really surprised about.
I really liked the end.
So if you are ready, sir, old guy, run the clip.
And he's out. I think we're lagging. That's all it is. He's running it, but we have a slight lag happening.
I hope that's the case.
Well, while we're lagging out, let's talk
We're
about
in real time here, buddy. I mean, that's us. Maybe we lost old guy somehow. But we have 11 viewers watching us eat shit in the moment. That's awesome.
It's always good to eat shit. That's what happens whenever you're a comedian. This guy right here is totally accustomed. Yeah, we was about
that was
to.
the idea.
That was we was about to,
But
but
the
we didn't
clip
get the
didn't play.
video to roll. Old guy,
I
did
wanna-
you stroke out?
Let us know.
Talk to me, cousin.
No, I'm playing the video. What happened?
It's not coming through, my man.
Is it happening now?
I think you forgot to screen share it, perhaps.
No, I didn't forget, but let's reset it and try it all over again.
All right.
Okay, everybody,
That's
let's
how we do
rewind. Bunch of bullshit.
it.
And now we're about to roll to the video from last week.
That's right. Where the topic was, which would it be better to be, Batman or Iron Man? Iron Man for sure.
Oh, better to be for sure.
Batman's motives seem whack.
They are whack.
No man is that fucking good. I can't believe in Batman. The only reason Batman's good is because the villains actually have layers, and they're like deep characters. That's what makes Batman good. Tony Stark doesn't have. He's cool because everybody wants to be a millionaire with a sweet suit.
Yeah, he's pretty sweet.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. It'd be dope as shit.
It's more human nature.
All right, to the video.
Weird stuff, because I got kicked all the way out of the studio. So
Hey, we're having technical difficulties.
Well,
once
we're just
again,
going to
and
keep
1jokew.
filling. Ready to go.
Just
Pop
take
in
a
and let us know
picture
you're
of
about to send it.
me,
Pour yourself
Monty.
another drink. How many people quit?
I wasn't
Fuck
offered
it.
a day drink.
No, you wasn't for a reason. You fuck.
I got one fucking.
This guy will get
Root
completely
beer.
shit faced. Then he'll ramble. You watch him. You watch a lot of young comedians do what the fuck Homeless Professor does. Let's time out.
Yeah.
Let's just tell a
The
story.
very first time I ever saw him on stage, in between everything doing this here, he stumbled, almost tripped twice at least.
There's a fucking story that goes behind this guy being here. His like second time on stage, he's so drunk he thinks he kills it, right? And he steps off, and I'm standing inside the stage, and this dude walks up to me and he goes, "Just so you know, you're my nemesis."
I remember that.
Who the fuck says that to another grown man?
You are my nemesis.
Who does that? You are my nemesis.
Weird
like he's-
motherfucker. That's who does. Oh, here we go.
There's the
Shit.
tape.
60 minutes, a bunch of different
All right.
pots put in these jokes, and we perform them once on stage doing our show. So this is my one joke at a time joke this week. I don't like to open with them, but fuck it, we're gonna open with it this week. So I just open it. Yeah. So This is a question. It's interactive, fuckers. Answer me. Would you rather be Batman or Iron Man?
Iron Man.
A lot of Batmans. Seen a lot of fat mans. Just saying. I'm about to convince all you Batman guys you do not want to be Batman. Trust me. First off, some of you guys are portly like me. Woo! Batman had to travel across the globe to learn all that martial prowess. Learning fighting form after fighting form after fighting. Not happening, Matt Rebar. Not happening, Cole Clayton. Nope.
Never watched this.
Called it a buffet. Just saying. Tony Stark, on the other hand, made a fucking badass suit, and he programmed ninjutsu in that shit, and it just does all the stuff for him. You don't even have to know how to do it, right? Batman is way too hard to beat. It's way too tough to be Batman. People say, well, I mean, they're just the same guy anyway. One guy's me, one guy's horrible. They're both looking at
Special bit. You know what I'm saying?
Batman and Iron Man are worlds apart. Iron Man watched his family get brutally murdered in front of him as a child.
I like.
You hear Cole Clayton cackling wildly in the back of the room.
One of him
Being brutally murdered.
Let's be real. Bruce Wayne wasn't a billionaire. He wouldn't have been Batman. He would have been this guy. He would have been this cat right here.
The cameraman here give us a shot at him.
Yeah. Brian alone. Shopping at the fucking not the Gap. What's that place those kids?
Do you have something you want to run?
That's the one. And he's a billionaire. Do you think that Bruce Wayne got better psychotherapy? Do you really need to be Batman, or do you just want to be Batman?
I don't know.
Another check box.
I could talk about how it isn't strong enough because I've been thinking about
It's not so much. It's not hurt like that. It's not destroyed. It's not broken inside. He's just rich and he likes to party.
You have any funny beats?
Batman, he's got the better accessories. He's got the cool clothes. He's got the better he can fly. Just because Aquaman got a submarine. It's like Aquaman's like, finally get into the fucking fuck, man. It's Batman. It's goddamn bat. Fucking submarine. Fuck that. Aquaman's no kid's favorite superhero.
I like that.
You're the lamest kid on this planet. So, yeah, I said it. I said it. What, was Aquaman? No? You're going to show up for Aquaman? Is that what's happening? Nobody but Chris Kelly showing up for Aquaman. Fuck Aquaman 2. But seriously, I would much rather be Bruce Wayne. I would much rather be Tony Stark / Iron Man. Another big reason why he doesn't have an alter ego. Everyone knows Tony Stark is Iron Man. Doesn't have to hide that shit. He can bring hot smoking chicks all the way up to the super cool penthouse place. Batman, he's got to bring chicks to a cave, right? Nothing cool, nothing really sexy happens in a cave. It's weird shit happening in that cave. Batman and Iron Man have caves, right? Batman's like, yeah, tighter, harder, maybe harder.
Smart shit.
If you're punching him in the face and hitting him in the ball.
You go there. And we're back.
Sorry, Pete Donahue. I knew that you could hear us. I was hoping old guy would mute us because I can't reach the fucking computer. It doesn't help. My apologies, buddy. Everybody saw behind the curtain on that one. You're like, so when we come back in, we're gonna do this. Yeah.
Fucked that up, didn't we?
Big time.
I blame you morons on that one.
Anyways,
Big time.
topic, Darwinism. we're gonna get Brandon's take on it this time.
I mean, it's just something I've been rambling about how
So
just is not strong enough. Like the old school. I mean, it's not big points, but
dude, but social Darwinism
isn't like full Darwinism. Like we need like life or death situations. We just don't need like you get kicked go to a couple more offices of the government.
I like that the fact that you are you and you take the stance like there should be more shit that can kill a weak person like myself. You know what I'm saying? There is just not enough shit to take people like me out of the equation.
Self-loathing slacker.
Yeah. He's like, you know what? I'm a piece of shit. And there just should be less of us. And I like the fact that you take that stance on this because I feel like it further proves my point when I'm like, there's a bunch of people with this opinion and they fucking suck. And why am I an asshole if I tell them they suck and it's factual? You fucking suck. It's like your kid. Your kid comes at you with all this pretentious shit.
It all started when they started talking about bullying. I mean, some bullying, some kid being a dick to you and then you punching him in the face.
It's called character.
Yeah, about talking shit to somebody who's bigger than him and can punch him in the face.
I've been bullied and I punched in the face.
And still you're half a fruit. He's hard-headed. The whole thing with it is, God damn it. The whole thing with it is assembling is good because it's character building. Because life shits on you constantly. You know what I'm saying? Like when you start telling a generation of people that they're important and all they're doing is like squats and yoga pants, you get the situation we're having. That's not a talent. That's something you do for preparation with a talent. You know what I'm saying? Like you having ass in fucking stretch pants isn't a talent, girl. It's like the fucking asshole that's like lip syncing for no apparent reason.
But that's Darwinism in action, right? That girl with the yoga pants on, like the old Louis C.K. bit, the hot girl at the bar. That in social strata that people are dying to get to. Like, I just got to be a hot girl and take pictures on Instagram, and I'll get millions of followers, and everyone's gonna love me. I'll get money.
Yeah, but we could say that being this close.
People want to be that ignorant.
We are. If we were hot chicks, we would be like.
Well, do you know what? Well,
if we were hot chicks, we'd be on OnlyFans right now, and it would. Very broadcast.
Time out.
Things would be inside of other things. That's all I'm saying. Well, not inside of you.
What he just said is
one out. You'd be holding the camera.
What the homeless professor really just said to you is he, as an ugly man, projects whatever bullshit followed after that, right? And then him.
How awesome.
Then him calling
sometimes.
Then him referring to himself as an ugly man. I feel like it's wrong to ugly man. You're an ugly boy. You're an ugly boy. It doesn't matter how old you get or when them dated at your birth that you'll probably never grow into be a proper man. Look at you. You're already dead inside. We all are. Let's just be honest.
Our pal and friend of the show, Jeef. People need to go through a Saw maze to graduate high school. Like the guy from Saw, like
right.
Yeah.
How bad do you want this?
Let's play a graduation game.
My teachers never knew that much about me. Their own Saw version.
What would it be? What would your worst Saw version be?
Some kind of like masturbate. Like hands and blades, and like you're just constantly watching porn. You can't masturbate.
I feel like I feel like my worst soul machine would be like me. There's one of those dildo pumping machines behind me. You know what I mean? Like just that fucking dildo behind me as it approaches, and then there's a flame and the spiders up top, and I'm like ah, and then there's fire, and I'm like I don't want to burn to death, and then there's a dildo machine. I'll take the fire or the spiders.
I don't know, man. You get deformed in fire,
dude.
And it depends.
Seriously, I mean, if it's on a piston though, and you're tied down to the floor,
I really hate spiders, but I think I take spiders
going rape all day long.
Dude, I'm sorry, y'all. I just
Big scars.
Yeah, but one you can scrub off in the shower.
You think you can? It's
Well,
deep.
you gotta sit down.
Deep. It's deep inside there. Those scars are far, far in the inside.
I'm just gonna get ahead of the curve on this one. This is my public apology for the last joke that was made. We all at one joke at a time don't feel like it might be a good thing to be raped.
Oh my god.
Going with rape over fire.
Rape over fire. Yeah, I mean, fire's better.
Let's rewrite Snoo Snoo today. No. We're not doing Snoo Snoo.
Snoo. Dude,
Oh, man,
the crazy.
That went really fucking left turn.
Fuck it. That's what happens whenever you're writing jokes. If you're not writing jokes and you don't have a weird fucking moment, then how hard are you really writing? Seriously. It's like having party plates, dude. I see if you party that hard, how hard do you party if you don't have the DUI plates, bro? You ain't partying that hard. Not in the state of Ohio anyway.
Yeah, he's not partying very smart. That's all.
No,
Darwinism again. Out job, taken off to the road, and who dies? Not the alcoholic, the nice family in church. This asshole still toasted from Saturday night before,
And that's their
wipes out
fault.
The family.
that's
Yeah.
one good
Dead for going to church, right?
Right.
Driving drunk
And not driving around drunk.
They get Ubers.
Fact, people. Drunk drivers wreck while driving drunk because they aren't indeed taught to drive drunk. I'm saying we should have a petition for 16-year-olds to get shit-faced and drive through stop signs. Who's with me?
No. There's enough 16-year-olds getting toasted.
Dude, it's a fucking joke-making program.
The life hack I have for that is just classical while you drive home. There's no way you'll drive fast and reckless while listening to such a beautiful aria.
What? What the fuck did you just say to me?
I think he just tried to homeless culture you. He listens to NPR. He's a snooty homeless man.
I listen to the classical
He can
radio
only-
while driving
he can only
drunk
afford-
so that I'm not tempted to do anything
He
stupid.
can only afford free public radio, bro.
No, we can all
First off,
afford it
timeout.
together.
If you're in your car and you're
I
listening
hate
to
it when
music,
they like hobo me. When NPR is hoboing me. I feel just like it's a hobo. It's like the most interesting hobo in the fucking world. And then at the end, they're like, "You want to buy these socks?
You got holes
Come
in
on,
it.
that fluff
A
piece."
worm coming out of one of them.
they're already like shitting.
Oh,
Don't even my
One of
left
them's
sock.
stiff.
Yeah.
they're fresh, new, vintage.
Dude, think
States.
about that aspect of Darwinism right there. Should I give up the opener?
Give up the opener.
I had this thought earlier in the week. This is what starts this. I'm just going to be honest with my crowd right now. How lucky you are to be here. Seriously, how lucky you are to be here in the midst of all the dangers around you right now, in the middle of a pandemic. You are so lucky to be here because whenever your dad and your mother created you, not only did everything have to line up, embryos, the whole nine, her egg, her being at that time, him having sperm, and all them weird little sperm swimming towards you, and then you as an individual, you beat. What would it be? Like a terabyte of information? Like if you had to swallow that load, that's like what? Like 3 terabytes worth of load?
Because of the genetic imprint on it.
You know what I'm saying? And then you were a winner. You won that shit.
And look at some of these people that won that race.
And that's how you
They don't
know
look like-
Darwinism stopped in the 60s.
They don't look like they could even power walk, let alone win a race.
The fat fuck riding around on a rascal.
Hey,
What-
you can say all you want about me being homeless and weird and shit, but I will never be fat.
No.
Because you can't afford to eat enough to get fat.
Exactly.
Right. And crack is expensive. That's an expensive habit, dude.
I don't actually know the figures on that.
Really?
Is crack expensive?
Do we have to have the statistic for the
what-
crack to money
I
ratio for
think what
most people that
I-
smoke crack?
I think what he's saying is he doesn't pay cash for it.
Is that
It's more they
what-
trade in goods and services.
No eye contact.
That's
Don't touch the
vibe
back
I'm
of my
getting
head.
there.
I was thinking more
More of a
about
goods and services
target
situation.
demographic that you see, like
When you're
asking
jerking
for money
off,
for
no,
crap?
stop. When you're jerking off dudes, like, is it like a right in everybody's eye thing? Like, are you doing it like a McDonald's in the morning, like no eye contact? He just holds his newspaper and he's like one of those deals, or is it like behind the dumpster of the McDonald's in the morning for the creepy old guy?
It's all foot tabs under the stall, man.
A lot of you're like a glory hole king.
Yeah, that Utah shit's making its way east.
Yeah.
Is that true about the homeless community? Is there like a lot of gay sex at rest stops? And why do you guys like
picked
parrots?
up a lot lizard. You want to hear that story?
No.
I didn't know. She wasn't at a truck stop. She was fucking downtown.
Did she look like you? Did you get a kindred spirit vibe? If so, you should have known.
Yeah.
No.
She's a fucking lot lizard.
She walked up to him and she was like, "I like your asshole for $10." And he's like, "I love this bitch."
It's more of just a schizophrenic 23-year-old who was very, very odd.
How do you make shit
I love your
sad?
asshole for $10, and in his mind, it's like, ooh, dream weaver.
Yeah.
The aura behind her and
I was
everything.
too poor to afford the
Wing.
actually.
How bad is that?
Where is the lot lizard on the Darwin scale of sex workers?
Low. It's definitely below like a fans only account for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Fans only people like have a home.
That's
Yeah.
high class. Face only is high class.
Yeah. But that's like the only type of like lot lizarding you should probably do, seeing as how like you don't have to actually get fucked for money if you're smart with your fan only. And that is why people coming soon, the Spike McCauley fans only, where we were doing foot fetish shit only. You want to see Daddy smash some grapes? Daddy's gonna smash some grapes slow, son. You want to see Daddy smash a banana? He gonna squish it with his fucking monkey feet.
They want to see overweight women smashing your balls
You know
in
what
high
I'm
heels.
saying?
That's what they want to see.
No, I ain't doing all that. Maybe we do like some shoulder play or something. Where like I put like a hot, you know what I'm saying? Like
Shoulder play?
yeah, like some weird shit with my neck. Being there, like, yeah, is that what you want to see? Is that what you want, Daddy? You want that big fucking sausage on my neck?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Darwinism.
I don't think that's how they make the porn.
That's not how you do. That's not how fans only works for real. Man, was I confused?
That's not how
I
they
saw a
make
girl
the
with a
porn.
chiming vibrator in her while freestyle rapping, and she was really good and twerking.
You did that?
And she was really good at freestyle rapping.
Who did?
I was like, this girl got me making bank. Like, I just watched her make $100 in like
That was a
5
real
minutes.
video?
Yeah.
Apparently so.
How did you afford it?
Those sites where it's just all live tubes. Or live cams?
No, I haven't been on the live cam where
that's
chick
a whole
is.
different world.
Look at Scott Wien says his lot lizard's beard was longer.
Yeah, what
No
was her
longer
name?
than
You know,
mine,
you know,
though.
you're not lot lizard thing. Where was the lot lizard?
Sounds okay.
So is she technically a lot lizard at that point, or is that just a hooker?
Well, I didn't know until she asked to be dropped off at a pilot the next morning. I was like, "You mean the truck stop?"
Well, let me ask another.
So it was
like, what
lot
am I-
lizard's day out.
Right, right.
Yeah, I was like, "What am I
She
taking
fucked
you
him.
home?"
She fucked him on her day
She
off. He
clocked
was
out
the
at
lucky.
pilot, right? She
He was
clocked
the
out at
lucky
pilot.
guy. She's like,
Went
after
for real
fucking
life.
fat truckers for a month, I just want a skinny guy that doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? I just want a guy that is just a pretentious fucking thinks he went to Harvard type motherfucker, and I'm gonna suck his dick off. And then she met
A
this
skinny feller that rambles rather incoherently.
yeah, stumbles around and will shove it in random holes without asking.
90% of all of this is true about me, except for the homosexuality.
Wow.
Or is
so many
it?
weird disclaimers with you.
Yeah,
It's
there
like
is.
he's got
No,
some
but I
hang-ups
feel like
about
you're-
just fucking around, doesn't
No,
it?
I feel like I have to cop to most of this, but the gay jokes are gay jokes.
Don't put this on me. This is about you.
First off, the community doesn't like it when they're called gay jokes, all right?
Right.
They're just jokes, please and thank you.
Thanks for killing the
Why'd you have
vibe.
to bring gay into it?
Yeah, you fucking dick.
Because you're making fun of me for being
Well, you're the one.
Is it the prostitution or is it the
Time out. I never
let's be
said
fair,
a
most male
word to
prostitutes aren't
this
gay
man about
prostitutes.
his sexuality till I watched him go on stage and brush over possibly having sex with a homeless guy while smoking crack in his apartment in Vegas.
Oh, that's a great story too.
I don't even want to get into it.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that as he gives
The
these
thing that's great
disclaimers for
about
the
it
way
is-
that I treat him, I listen to him because he called me his fucking nemesis like he was Newman on Seinfeld. So I listen to what the man has to say. It's like, did he just tell me a story about smoking crack and having a homeless guy suck his dick in Las Vegas? Because that's what it sounds like.
Yeah, it sure did.
And I walk up to him and I ask him, and he's like, well, it's not good to touch on the crack. People don't like that. And it's like, that's the whole story, and I'm pretty sure the guy sucked your dick. I didn't say at any
I'm pretty
point.
sure the guy wanted to suck my dick. He offered to watch.
I did too.
He offered to watch gay porn with me. I had to shut him down though. But he
Sure.
still took a shower.
Oh,
in my
yeah.
apartment.
I like how he says he offered.
And I shut him down. I
offered to watch
shut
gay
him
porn with me.
down.
I had to refuse
Way
the gay
down.
porn.
Hey,
But
pal,
I
you're
could
pretty
not
cool to hang out with.
the crack.
Would you like to watch some gay porn with me? That's like an offer. I don't think it came across like that.
I feel like they
No,
thought
it
that
was.
he
Do you have a DVD player? I was like, why?
You know, like
He's gonna
the-
spring it on you. He's
Like,
like,
I
where's the DVD player? I got something you gotta see.
like the weird shit that only a homeless
Well, he's a
crackhead could
homeless
pop
guy.
on. Yeah.
Imagine-
Hey man, I haven't got to jerk off to this in months.
Exactly.
You got a fucking DVD player?
I kind of
I
fell for
really
it,
gotta
in a
fucking
weird
jerk
way.
off. I've been living in your fucking alley for a year. You know I don't get to jerk off to this DVD, you
Won't let me go to the
dickhead.
bathroom anymore. I have no privacy.
The f- and Brandon's like, well, you know, for a couple drags on your 10 rock, you can jerk off to gay porn in my apartment.
Well, I didn't know that I was giving him a shower. That was the worst part.
Which brings us
It was a half an hour of a man locked in my bathroom.
Which
with the
brings us-
shower on.
which brings us back to our point. Is it a good thing or a bad thing that we've gotten rid of Darwinism at this point? Because we can all agree we've gotten rid of it because Brandon exists.
Yeah.
But when you hear these stories, are these stories captivating enough to keep these people around and wasting precious, precious resources? That's what this boils down to at the end of the day. Because what you end up with is a generation of people that come to you and they're like, you never loved me properly. You didn't love me like you were a sitcom, Dad. And you have to look at that little fucker and be like, well, you should have done something interesting. Then maybe I would have loved you more. This ain't on me. This is for sucking ass.
Well, you know, it's like the whole video game generation kind of fucked things up for
Yeah, but dude, they're getting
being
paid
real
now.
men. Yeah, sure, but I mean, that's why so many people don't know how to change a fucking tire.
True
There's
that.
Darwinism right there.
I was
If you
making
can't
$1,000
change your own
playing
tire,
video-
if you
That's why
don't know how
you
to
don't
change your
make
tire-
$1,000 playing video games.
But
There's
I
social
couldn't do that
Darwinism,
either.
social natural selection in action. If you can't change a tire, you shouldn't be allowed to fucking drive.
I agree with that.
As a man or a woman,
Anyone.
some tires are heavy. And you ever see a dually truck? Like, they have a chick like do like 3 tires. She's a little chick
First off, if she's that little, what's she doing in that big truck?
Looking
living
fucking
the
hot
life.
as shit.
She's a fucking American girl. You know what I'm saying? She's driving a big old fucking truck.
It's
That's
not-
her fucking freedom, bro. She gonna drive around that big fucking dually and mispark it and take up 4 parking spots at the same time, and you're gonna bitch about her in the parking lot. But at the end of the day, you're like, it's a chick in a big truck. I accept that.
only for its erotic value.
Is there an anti-chicks in big trucks movement?
I mean, there could be. There's like a whole movement for like men feminists, which like I don't know how that is.
Meninists.
Yeah, like the male feminists. Like, why can't male feminists just come out like beta cucks? Like, just say I'm a beta cuck. I think girls.
Do they have vagina envy or something? What is this?
Well, what it is it's a
Male.
move for like dudes like Brandon to get laid. This is what happens.
I can't do it though because I can't think that way. My brain's still a man, just my body's a boy.
This is what happens when you again. Let's touch base. This is what happens when you take Darwinism out of it. Have you ever heard of cuttlefish?
Mhm.
Cuttlefish whenever this is for real. This is like, you can look some of this stupid shit I'm about to say up. Cuttlefish adapt to their environment by color, right? And the female cuttlefish can take DNA from two or three cuttlefish and make her spawn. So the biggest male cuttlefish, whenever he finds this cuttlefish, he'll shove her underneath of him, and then she builds a nest and they mate and she starts laying eggs, right? Well, the smaller male beta cuck cuttlefish figured out that if they change colors to look like females, the bigger cuttlefish will grab them and shove them under them, thinking that it's a mate, and then he fucks your old lady and he dives out the back. And that's exactly what he is. He's a shisty fucking cuttlefish that'll be like, I'm your old lady's gay best friend, and then fuck her and jump out your back window. That's what he is. That's what happens if you remove Darwinism. You like how that fucking works? How was that for a walk, y'all?
It's definitely a strange turn of events, but that's a funny bit.
I feel like that's a bit. Is that not a bit? Let's hear your comments on some bits. OG, roll some bits and pop in and say some shit.
I'm glad that I could like fan your fire. Because I mean, you can't have me there to be yelling these jokes to every show. But
yeah, but everyone knows your type.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
We just describe you, and they're like, "Yeah, I fucking."
This is one of those scenarios. Like, you guys ever see Braveheart?
Old guy got something to say?
Say it, OG.
Lorraine says I can change a tire and drive a 5-speed.
Go, Lorraine, go.
That's because Lorraine fucking rocks. That's exactly what I get it, Lorraine. I'm sorry. I was just trying to show what they call
I hope it's because you had a drunk boyfriend.
I believe this
Like
day
a
and age
courtesy?
is called a toxic masculinity.
well, no,
What you were displaying.
I wasn't displaying talk. Like, see, God, chivalry is dead because
That's just what
you
they call
people
it
killed
now.
it.
As long as I'm alive.
Killed it. Chivalry is dead because you people killed it with toxic masculinity. I'm sorry.
It is what it is.
Back to the point I was making.
Chivalry died with shaved pubic hair.
Explore that. Explore it.
You used to have to get the girl going. There's a lot of layers in there to really conquer. You couldn't just fucking spit on your dick and go to town.
Only
really be a
because
gentleman.
they didn't have Pornhub back then.
You had to be a gentleman.
That's right.
Yeah.
You gotta comb that back. You can't just cram. We gotta comb that back. God, you're weird.
Part of the fucking
I think
forest.
pubic hair made life more weird. I miss it.
What
It
the
was
fuck?
intriguing.
I miss it. How much
You
pubic
miss
hair do
pubic-
you really see?
You know what I'm
Not
saying?
much.
He's acting like he's out there killing trim left and right.
I can
I
just
mean,
say, I don't.
I'm
I
not-
kill one trim.
In the span of time that I did have sex,
I kill
there's not a whole
one.
lot of pubic hair.
I get to kill one trim. Okay. Request. Just a little bit of pubic. Like sometimes I'm into like a little happy trail. You know what I'm saying? Like just like a little landing patch. I'm just
If
saying.
someone ever gave me
I'm
the option
just
to
saying.
request, I would request.
I just think
I
that-
will request sometimes, and then sometimes I'll
Did-
request the opposite. But those are the dude.
Are we glancing over
enjoy
the
these
fact that
perks
HP kind of legit just maybe admitted to being a bit of a pedophile?
Well, whatever. I don't want to touch on that. Let's just
Not a lot of pubic hair in a sexual experience is a weird thing to say.
let's just say let's glaze over.
I've had more sex with girls with pubic hair than without. So I don't like.
Your
You're
dad.
young, right?
Yeah, exactly.
When I was
Like,
coming up,
my
believe me, there was plenty of
generation,
pubes. Plenty of it. I don't miss it at all.
All right. See, those are the
It was
different
walking
generations.
uphill 2 goddamn directions to go to school. I'm telling you right now. It was terrible.
HP's sitting back like, I don't think I mind my pussy with a toupee.
Its grass is always greener.
Just a little Hitler right over the cleat.
I'm just saying there's sometimes, as a married man, you single people out there, you like to shit on married people, but there are perks to being married, right? Like, first off, you get to request a few things that you don't feel comfortable enough requesting with a chick that might, like, put your dick pic on the web.
So we have a commenter. So he gave a homeless guy porn and a shower. That's the joke.
There is no joke. Was that little Mike?
No, it was Ryan Weiss. I believe that was a true story from his life.
It is,
leaves
Ryan.
the part out where he blew the guy.
It's terrible. He just brushes over the whole
Right.
the whole damn thing, and then you're like, "What did he just say to me?" Like, it's one of those things where after he gets done, you feel like you lost 3 IQ points for had listened to it.
Michael, my son, says to the homeless professor, "You say you miss pubic hair, but it's glued all over your face."
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Jeef says you guys are all talking about Darwinism while smoking.
Hey, Jeeves, what are you? One of those fucking health freaks? You want to live for fucking ever? You gonna go to a nursing home and have someone else wipe your ass for you? I know I'm gonna die at 65. You ain't gotta fucking remind me. I planned this out so that I don't have any kids, Jeef. There's no one there to take care of me. So when fucking dude's abusing me, when homeless professor has to work for $12 an hour and his kid's in there like, I gotta wipe this guy's fucking ass. Are you serious? I don't have to go through that. And I'm taking the proper precautions between my smoking, my drinking, and my Harley. I've made sure that I'm going to cash out before that happens to me. Don't judge me, you fucker. I'm an American.
I don't remember the comedian who said it, but he was like, all these people that talk about how smoking takes years off your life. It's like, yeah, all the worst years.
Yeah.
All the diaper wearing, can't wipe your own ass years.
Yeah. Like, what the fuck is the point that you're trying to make? Like, that's the whole fucking deal with, again, survival of the fittest. Like, people used to respect their elders because their elders were in their 40s. I watch 40-year-olds fight in MMA right now.
Well, that was because their elders could kick their ass back in the day. People are living too long and they're getting too old. The elderly back in the day were in fighting shape until they dropped. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's not like that anymore.
Well, it goes back to the alpha wolf thing. That's what happens when you have a lot of fucking alpha wolves. The difference between an alpha wolf and everyone and all the other wolves, right? Like, dig this real quick. Fucking a wolf's lifespan can be up to 15 years, right? Most wolves live to be about 10. The alpha has about a 3 to 4 year lifespan. Why? Because the strongest stick up for the fucking weak. That's how it's supposed to be. We don't do that anymore. We shit on the weak and then we fucking move on like, well, they were supposed to take care of it.
We have just spent an hour shitting on the weak.
Yeah. That's what we're supposed to do. But who put him on? Who put him on?
All comes full circle.
Who put him on? Who puts him in shows? Who keeps him half-ass motivated by picking on him? Because bullying can be good. It builds character.
I need bully. I need it.
It drives it. Bullying drives fire. Michael Jordan said it best. You know how you become the fucking best? You don't make varsity as a freshman. Because whenever they took that from him, he was pissed. And anger will drive you.
There it is. Anger will drive you. Anger definitely drives your comedy. You have been a very animated young man today, fella.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I apologize.
You've been a little whiskey shouty.
I needed,
but it's fun. It's fun to get whiskey shouty. These days, I'm not to drive over when I have to your house to get whiskey shouty with you.
Let's do
and
it.
The wheels will completely off. That's the day we'll have no guests, and old guy is going to stay in the show the whole time to
And
wrangle both of us.
Yeah,
We'll make him pick the premise that day.
That'll be fun.
So stay tuned. That is our hour, gang. Stay tuned for what we got coming up in the future. We do want to pop some plugs out before we go. If you want to run those a little slower, old guy. The Eargasm Comedy Showcase. Can't thank these guys enough. They're kind enough to let us use their StreamYard channel to broadcast our show. We are definitely partnered up with Eargasm. They're our great, very great friends of the show. You can always watch any of our stuff right here at One Joke at a Time on the Eargasm Comedy Network.
Personal thanks out to Ryan.
Yeah, Ryan Weiss. Thanks, buddy. We really appreciate you. And another thing that the folks at Eargasm are doing is the Very Naughty Christmas Contest. They're offering $150 cash prize to the best comedian in the contest. Submit $5 and a 5-minute video. They'll watch it. And if you get in there and get the most votes, you'll win $150. Nice, easy peasy. Christmas extra cash. And we can never plug Funny Noises Productions enough. My good friend Chris Kettler, great friend of the show. They give us a lot of minutes in this area. The comedians around here have no idea how much Chris Kettler and FNP does for this community.
Dude, he just did me a solid on short notice.
That's right.
on short notice.
Day
It's a good
of
dude.
show, I believe. It was a day
Yeah.
of show.
It was just for the show, actually, if we're getting into it. Like,
That's
we
right, the
needed
day-
that,
the day you
and
did the
he
show.
made it happen for us.
We got one more comment coming in.
And tonight,
That's right. Tonight. Go ahead.
tonight you can find me and Michael performing some of this Darwinism shit and other minutes that weren't worked out on the spot at the Raiders Lounge in
Warren, Ohio. Lovely, lovely Warren, Ohio.
at what time?
That's going 7 to 9 p.m. this evening, staying within our COVID limitations. Make sure everybody gets home and curfewed up.
One more time for our guest, the homeless professor. What's your real name?
My name is Brandon Scott. Brandon was an I.
Do you have anything you want to
And
plug?
you know, easy to remember me by, and more homeless shit. I have a glass eye, and my name is Brandon with an I, Scott. It's pretty easy to remember, and it's almost its own
Twitter,
joke.
Twitter,
Do you have anything you want to
Facebook.
plug? Any ways to get a hold of you?
Brandon Scott on Facebook is the only place I post shit so far because, you know, I'm not.
You're homeless. Yeah,
You
we
You
get
can
it.
also see him rambling around downtown Canton on the regular.
Right.
There you go. If you come see my comedy stylings in downtown Canton.
All right,
Buy me a
y'all.
drink. I'm a corner operated boy.
All right, y'all. I'm Spike,
I'm Mike.
and this has been One Joke at a Time.
Make sure you tune.
Ladies and gentlemen, have a seat. We're gonna pull back the curtain on some comedy. Sit back, relax, and chat with us. Collab on a piece that will performance. We perfected all the intricacies, line by line. We'll take it one joke at a time. With Michael Copenhaver and Spike McCulley.